Today, I'm going to teach you about how to have your executive function coaching practice booked solid. When I say booked solid, I mean every slot in your coaching practice is filled that you want to have filled. It doesn't mean you're booked on the weekends when you don't want to be working. This approach can be used by educational therapists, dyslexia specialists, dyscalculia specialists, or anyone who works with students with special needs. Before I walk you through how to have your executive function coaching practice booked solid, let me teach you the common mistakes coaches make so you can avoid those. Number one, they think word of mouth is a strategy. When you depend on people to talk about your business, hoping you'll have a steady stream of clients, you are bound to be disappointed. A strategy is something you can choose that, if enacted with fidelity and regularity, you can depend on it to ensure you have prospects or leads coming to your practice interested in signing up for your executive function coaching. The second biggest mistake new coaches make is they pay for Google or Facebook ads. Now, I'm not saying Google or Facebook ads are a problem in themselves, but the issue usually is that you don't have a clear value proposition and statement of what you're going to offer to clients, so dumping ads on that is only increasing the vagueness which you're already putting out. Think of ads like gasoline on the fire. When you have a clear value proposition that you're offering to the world, then putting a little gasoline or ads on that is going to make it grow. But if you don't know what you're offering and you're saying, I'm an EF coach for students and adults as well as senior citizens, it's not very clear and the ads won't do much for you. And the other biggest thing is a lack of a clear value proposition. A value proposition is basically your offer to people of what they get in return for paying for your services. Now let me show you a little example of what a bad and good value proposition looks like so you can make sure to craft one that's helpful. So if we scroll over here, I'm going to show you this article here. And one value proposition could look like this. At Sarah's Brain Support, I help kids with executive function, do career coaching, and special education consulting. The problem here is Sarah's offering too much and being a generalist rather than specializing in one thing and attracting people for that. Let's look at a better example of what you could do if you're trying to help students with executive function challenges. At EF Coaching by Sarah, we guide high school juniors and seniors to manage the challenges of school, sports, and college applications through online coaching that teaches time management, prioritization, and self-advocacy so students feel empowered and motivated. Now, if you had a high school junior, which one would you hire to work with your student who's missing assignments? Okay, so here are the steps you can take to ensure your executive function coaching practice is booked solid. The first step is to determine your ideal schedule. The reason you want to take this step is you have to know what slots you want to work before you can fill them. If you just say, I want to be booked solid, basically you're saying I want to fill every hour of my day with coaching. First, you want to determine when you want to work and for how long and on how many days a week. So here's how you can do that. Check out the resources in the bio of this video, and I'm going to walk you through this. So on this one, you can click on this ideal schedule template. And what I suggest you do is fill out this template so you know exactly what hours you want to work each week. So just download this for free, there's no cost to it, and fill that out with the hours you want to work. Once you do this, you'll have a clear idea of what being booked solid means to you. Because otherwise, it's just a vague dream. Step 2 is to develop a clear marketing strategy to attract clients. And this starts with writing a clear value proposition about what you offer. A marketing strategy is like a hypothesis in science. You have to test it out and see if it works before you can say, this is what I'm going to stick with. But many people make the mistake of trying it a couple times and just giving it up. It often takes 6 months to a year to really start to attract people to your business. Now, I've broken your marketing strategy down into 3 steps. The first step is creating your value proposition. So if you check out this article in the bio, you can see here how to craft your unique value proposition as an executive function coach. It'll walk you through it step by step, as well as linking you to a template you can use to write out your value proposition. The second step is you want to share your unique value proposition with potential referral partners. As an executive function coach, these referral partners might include neuropsychologists, ADHD therapists, local educational attorneys, independent educational consultants, and more. Now, this is a very tricky part in that your outreach has to be value-driven. The mistake most new EF coaches make here is they reach out to these people and they say, please send me clients. Let me tell you exactly what I do. What can you give to me? And the key is to actually flip that on its head. So I have another article you can check out called The Anatomy of a Perfect Outreach Email. And I'll break down to you right now the parts of that which will make it better. So the first step is to say something like this. Hello. I found your website searching for a local neuropsychologist I can refer to since I am an executive function coach for high school students with ADHD. Do you notice here that I'm talking about referring to them, which I plan to do if they're a good prospective referral partner. But by offering value first, I'm making it more likely that they would refer to me in return. Step 2, on your website, you could do something like this. I'm going to offer this in the email. I'm sure many of my clients would love to learn more about your services, and I will be building a list of local neuropsychologists on my website to direct them to in the future. Then you offer a clear call to action. Can we meet for 15 minutes in the next 2 weeks to learn more about your practice and how I might refer to you? Sincerely, your name. Now, the key to this email is that you're offering value rather than just asking for something. And when you do this, people will want to start to refer to you. Now, the last step in getting yourself book solid is having an easy way for people to sign up and work with you. If your value proposition is clear and it's easy to refer to you because you say something like, I offer online executive function coaching for high school students, then you're going to start to be like a magnet for those clients. If it's broad and vague, like I offer online coaching for elementary and adults, then they're going to refer to someone who specializes in one of those things. Okay, so how do you get people to sign up and start working with you? Well, if you're wondering what tools I use, in this article, you can click on here are the tools I use to check out all the tools I'm currently using for my executive function coaching practice. But here are the main principles of a sign-up form. 1, in this registration form, you should be able to easily gather all the information you need to get started in working with them. That might mean their name, their age, where they go to school, how best to contact them. I also highly recommend capturing some type of registration fee up front so you don't have to chase down money after your first session. Then you also want to have a clear terms of service on your sign-up form that describes exactly what happens in different scenarios, such as cancellations, if someone's late, how they end service, and so on. Okay, so if you do those things, you are going to be book solid within a year's time if you can commit to the process. And if you're ready to take action, here's the steps you can take today. 1, write a clear value proposition about what your coaching practice offers. 2, set up an outreach tracker sheet to start connecting with local neuropsychologists and other educational professionals so they can learn about your value proposition, but also so you can refer to them if needed. 3, create a smooth onboarding process for new clients so that you don't have to struggle with those administrative details down the road. I hope this video was helpful. If you want more resources on how to start your executive function coaching process, check out the links in the bio, and I hope to see you soon.